Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen. Today we've got a reading for you about, I feel like this is your job security, or you're maybe even considering pivoting towards something different. Some of you may have your own business or be considering starting your own business. We've got the Three of Pentacles with the World in the reverse. And I feel like this means there's maybe like one thing left on your checklist that you need to do, and then you get leveled up. And with the Queen of Wands, I feel like it has to do with confidence or manifestation. So it could be that you're doing all the right things. If there's paperwork, you're doing it. If there's actual work, I don't know, folding boxes, whatever it is, you're doing that. But the world is in the reverse because there's still something you need to do. And I feel like it's pertaining to believing in yourself, or speaking that dream or that next level into existence. So if it's up here, that's easy to fix, right? You've already done a lot of the more difficult things. You just need to believe that it's possible or will it into being. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I feel compelled to tell some of you that sounds may be important to you in terms of this last step. Hopefully that makes sense to whoever that was for. If you would like a personal reading, I'd love to do one for you. My email address is in the description box below, wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. Good morning. How's it going, Aqua Beauty? Hello, Peggy. How's it going? All right, we're going to dive in with the noisy tarot. What else do we have? Well, there it is. And that was for you. I love it. Aqua Beauty, if you didn't know it, my old videos were not the last place I was at, but my last place in Minneapolis. So the background is like a vaulted white ceiling. I used to let you know what the reading was going to be about based on how the wind chimes sounded. And it was pretty dang accurate, if I say so myself. I don't really know why I changed that. Oh, because of the live stream. That's why. I started doing live streams when I moved to Tennessee. Anyways, hello, Realm of Bedlam. How we doing? So we've got Justice and the Fool in the reverse. It's like you're weighing a decision, but you're missing something. Nine of Cups in the reverse. It's like doubt is the obstacle between you and what could level you up. So I feel like the Justice is more about like, if you're weighing those pros and cons, if you're considering, which next step to take, be honest with yourself about how awesome you are or what you have achieved. There's something here with the Fool in the reverse where I don't know if you're listening to somebody else's opinion. It's like, okay, well, I've done this job for 12 years and you're over here, you've only done it for like 2, and you're telling me there's an Archer reference for this. I can't remember which episode, but it's Lana. It's definitely Lana. Somebody gives her advice on how to be a spy, and she's like, okay, I'll just like sort of fold that in with the years of experience I have. Like, thanks, but like, no. Like, I've been doing this longer than you. So there could be, I don't know, maybe they mean well, but there's something here that's like casting doubt on something you want to do. And it's coming from someone who doesn't know what they're talking about. Nine of Cups in the reverse. I mean, to be honest, this is kind of borderline saying that there's somebody here who doesn't want to see you get what you get, like what you want. I don't like that, but let's just dig in a little bit more here. More so, this is saying you could potentially lose something that you really want if you don't focus on it or change your mindset about whether or not it's real, right? Hello, John. How are you doing today? Three of Wands in the reverse, the Chariot in the reverse, and the Queen of Swords. So I do feel like there's an unexpected detour or somebody who throws you off course, but it's about you not listening to this person. That's wild. So in other words, to recap the 9 cards I've pulled, your success or your prosperity is potentially threatened, or you may not make it to the level you could if you let some naysayer tell you that you need to do something different. I feel like you've already got a plan. You've already weighed out the pros and cons. You have a direction, and then some clown shows up and is like, I don't know, I think I would do it differently. That's probably what they sound like too. They probably have horrible jokes. This is somebody who's trying to talk you out of doing something, or trying to talk you out of believing that something is possible. And this is like the last obstacle for you. You have to be able to tell this person, hey, thanks, but I think I know what I'm doing here, guy. Stay in your lane. No, don't sound that way. You can be way cooler than me. Do not get off of your course or let go of these plans just because some random doubter is like, I don't know, that sounds like it probably won't happen. Thanks for believing in me, Marge. I only chose that name because a couple nights ago I watched, I think it's Jerry and Marge Go Large. So worth it. Like, seriously. Who's Brian, or is it Bryan Cranston? Is he the Breaking Bad dude? I think he is. He's in that movie, and Annette Bening. Chef's kiss. Anyways, don't let somebody talk you out of doing something that you are meant to do, is the general vibe. 6 of Swords in the reverse, 5 of Cups. Because if they get in your head, if they convince you that you cannot actually accomplish this, then you will forever be asking yourself, what would have happened if I'd chosen to believe in myself instead of listening to this person's opinion on my life? Do you want to know how many people thought I was crazy? Well, it's kind of unfair because, like, I didn't really tell people. I remember one person asking what I was up to, and I was like, just let me see if it works out before I tell you what's going on. And then it started to work out, and I was like, okay, I'll tell you. There's doubt that is from other people that can get into your brain and impact you unless you protect yourself. You can wear a helmet, that might work, or like a little foil, right? Keep those negative thoughts away from me because I got plans. This is somebody who you consider a friend, and for some of you, a spouse or a partner. So please don't tell them I told them or told you they were a loser. I didn't actually use those words, but like, this is somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about, trying to tell you how to do something that you do know what you're talking about. So it's like, I think I did say it feels like they have like good intentions for you, but it's like they're about to torpedo a plan that's actually really good for you. So I guess this is encouraging you to be stubborn. You know, you're going to have people that don't understand the dream that you have built in your mind. You're going to have people that don't understand the nuances of what it is that you do. I can't even begin to tell you how like ridiculous it is when people try to ask you what you do for work. And when I was working in sales, some of the stuff that I sold was really complicated. Trying to explain to people what I did, it was just like a non-starter. Like I just got to the point where I was like, I'm in sales. What do you sell? It's too complicated. I can't tell you. Sorry. If I told you, I'd have to kill you. There's something here that's complex. There's something that you understand because you've been around it, or something that you understand about yourself that maybe other people don't. And if you take their opinion and forget your own, you will abandon something that is meant for you, something that will go well. All right, this is the Path of Shadows. So we have the cauldron, the fallen angel, and the skull. Intention, alchemy, and manifestation. See, that's the Queen of Wands energy. I get all excited for you because this is what you have right now. Okay? It's like you are about to put the cookies in the oven because you made some cookies, and your neighbor walks over and they're like, "Oh, I wouldn't do that. Those probably won't turn out well." Like, bitch, I'm like almost there. I'm gonna put them in the oven. If they get burned, that's fine. But like, I'm gonna at least try. You've already got, like, the cauldron makes me feel like you've got the ingredients. You've got the things together that you need. And you have this magic about you that maybe other people just don't really understand. I do feel like for many of you, this is your ambition, your drive, your willingness to back up what it is that you say. Not a lot of people have the same ingredients as you. Okay. So, what I'm saying is, you're going to be a higher achiever than most people. So, you can't really use their yardstick. Uh, was it even real, the paradise I fell from? Or are they just a nightmare, the realms I now roam? Hmm. This is that Five of Pentacles energy, feeling exhausted, depleted, or things aren't going my way. It could be that this is the energy of the person who gives you this not so great advice or kind of poo poos your idea. Thanks, Vern. If you know what movie that's from, I'm gonna be real pleased. It's not a super accurate application, but it's about money, so I'm gonna go with it. And then the skull says transcendence, intuition, and power. There's so much power and magic coming from these cards. The problem is, if you are magical, if you are different, if you are unique, people are not going to necessarily understand what you're capable of, right? All right, let's get a few from the situations deck. Hello, Magda. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good weekend. Hello, Chandler. How are you doing? So we've got lost and intervention. The world was in the reverse because the chapter is not yet complete. You have not yet done that upgrade, that leveling up, and there's a potential that it gets lost if you let somebody intervene. There's other people here trying to tell you what you're supposed to do, and it's not very common that I see the intervention card as not so great. But this is somebody who feels like they can convince you to do something different. And when they do, if they do, they talk you out of a blessing or talk you out of this upgrade. So this is you. You should remain focused on your plans, remain focused on what you believe you can achieve, because that's where your magic comes from. I feel like you have this ability to just kind of like tune people out, or maybe even there's like a conversation going on and you're doing a little math in your head. If I do this, then I could do that. That's your power. You have the ability to think beyond what other people do. And that right there is why you can't really take too seriously what other people might opine on your plans. We've got a drama queen here who is going through some financial struggles. I do feel like this is probably the Two of Cups or the naysayer. So this could be somebody that you are married to. This could be somebody that you are friends with. This could be somebody in your family. This person does love you. They do care about you, but they're letting their own like shortcomings or stresses get in the way of how they communicate with you about what you would like to do with your business or life or money. Hey, Tiana, how's it going? So we have Verge, about to reveal or confess. Financial support and legal. Well, so this drama queen, for some of you, it could be an ex. They do still care about you, but they're also a little bit more likely to doubt. And especially if this is a situation where there could be children or finances that impact them that they're concerned about. I feel like for some of you, this Two of Cups person, the drama queen, they're about to let you know that they have some serious financial issues. So if you are, for example, if you have your finances tied up with this person in some way, they may be telling you not to take some sort of chance or invest more in something because they feel like they're going to need to like leverage you to deal with this financial issue. For others of you, it's simply that this Two of Cups drama queen, again, they care about you, but got a little bit of a vision issue right now. I think they want you to be more financially solvent in case they need to lean on you. Even if this is not a romantic relationship, this could be, like an adult child of yours, or this could be a sibling. But I think when you are talking to them about some great thing you want to invest in or some beautiful next chapter, they're a little bit in a negative spot, which colors how they talk to you about this plan that you have. And I think that's just kind of how humans operate. If we are going through something, it's hard not to apply some of that to other people or assume some of those things because that's how it went for me, right? Hey, Jimmy, how are you doing, hon? Hello, Miss G. How's your weekend? Death in the reverse. The Empress. And the Lovers. So don't let this idea fall by the wayside because somebody is having a rough week or because somebody's a little bit behind on their bills. This is saying there is space for you to make this plan happen. It's important to retain the confidence in your ability to manifest and in your skill set. You have a winning hand, okay? You've got the things that you need to make this work. The important foundation that you need to retain is your willingness to believe in yourself, your ability to be ambitious and go after those things that you want. So there's a choice here. And it just feels to me like there's somebody who's trying to leverage how you feel for them to not believe in yourself. And I really don't like that. I see for the majority of you, you decline to let this person impact your manifestation abilities or your determination. With the Seven of Wands, this is no, I'm going to defend what it is that I'm working towards, even if you feel like you have to speak against it, even if you feel like you don't believe in me. That's fine. You don't have to believe in me, but don't you come over here and tell me not to believe in myself. Zip it. I think the worst thing that we can allow in our lives is the type of energy that talks us out of having that imagination, having that ability to dream, to envision things being different. If you had asked me 5 years ago if this would be what I do for work, I would have laughed at you in your face. Like, what? No, I love it. Okay. But I had to believe in myself, even though I knew there were doubters, even though I knew there were people probably talking about me behind my back. Like, yeah, she really thinks she's something. Okay. Maybe I just love what I do. You love what you do. You have some innate ability here, or you really care about how you impact the community. And this person maybe doesn't fully appreciate all that you bring to the table. Hello, Deborah. How are you doing? We're all winners. So 2 of Swords, 10 of Cups in the reverse, and the 6 of Swords. I feel like this is a pretty upsetting conversation because this person's opinion matters to you. This is somebody that you want to believe in you, but it's not really easy to just look at them and say, like, how could you do that? How could you just like throw a dart at my balloon? Like I liked my balloon. Go away. So don't let this torpedo your dreams. To counterbalance, let me just tell you, I believe in you. You got this. You got all the skills. Okay. I feel like we're going to see the magician. We'll find out. But like the cauldron's kind of hinting at that, right? The 6 of Swords is about something getting to like calmer waters. This could be saying that, whatever this argument is or whatever this problem is that they're about to talk to you about, maybe that's just kind of coloring how they see things right now. And eventually they're going to be more of that like supportive energy for you, right? But if they're going to make you feel like you don't see things clearly or that you don't have that skill to make things happen, it's on you to carry that hope. It's on you to let go of that hater energy or that I don't believe in you energy and focus on what you know to be true. So we have Strength in the reverse, 9 of Pentacles in the reverse, and the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. This is somebody who does have a chance at weakening what you have built, convincing you to go, a different path. But you know that if you listen to this person, it goes against your own intuition. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you are right every single time. But I will tell you this, if you are solid at listening to your intuition, you're going to fare a lot better than if you listen to other people's opinions all the time. Just saying. 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. Do not pull back from your plans. Do not let go of the confidence that you have. Don't ignore your intuition. There's something about this person that puts your confidence at risk. Hello, Voice of Reason. How are you doing today? Did I say hello to Co-Create? How are you doing? Oh, Lord. Well, maybe there's a career out there for them. So we have split, head versus heart, 2 worlds, transition. We have transcendence, and I'm going to say that's pretty darn close to transition. And ego death. It's funny because I'm over here like telling you like your ego, it needs to be solid. Don't let them insult you. Maybe the ego death is really the person who's talking to you. Maybe they got a problem with you doing better than them. But this is somebody who wants you to change your mind, to not believe in yourself. And your message is follow your heart. So it kind of feels to me like they're trying to take a logical standpoint here. Like, there's no way you're going to make money for it. Or there's no way I don't see that there's a market. I don't know how you could make school and work at the same time. This is somebody who's throwing doubt on something that I think you've already worked out. So we have ancestors and celebrate. Foundation, root, family, lineage, and security. and accomplishment, reunion, invitation, event, and festival. Yeah, this is somebody who feels like you are putting at risk the financial security that you've worked on or that you too have worked on. This is, however, also something that I feel like your ancestors are backing your plan. So they're casting doubt on whether or not you can make this work long term. But with celebrate, this is an accomplishment that I feel you're meant to have. Emotions, water, cry, purge, balancing and releasing. Sexuality, sensuous, passion, kundalini, sacred sex, primal, carnal, and ascension. Upgrade, I knew it. Activation, progress, timelines, and shifting. So kundalini is something that is happening for many of you right now. It could be changing your experience with intuition and your emotions. I do feel like I'm reading for somebody who may have recently cried and not really understood why. There could also be a sense that you need to let go of something or you want to help others let go of things. So you could be inspiring others with the choices that you're making. There's a significant shift in your timeline because of the choices that you're making and the things that you are wanting to accomplish. It's like you're upgrading from neighborhood to like citywide, statewide, right? Like it's expansion. Let's see. This is the Tarot of the Nile. Hello, Voyager. Hello, Renee. How you doing? Hello, Key Controller. What's up? Ace of Pentacles. Nope. Got it. Temperance. Yeah. Magician in the reverse. So this is the risk that they impact your manifestation abilities because of their doubt. Because this is clarifying the row with the Two of Cups person. So you have this blessing, and the temperance is about the right mix. You have what it takes. You can be successful. But in order for you to get this blessing, this opportunity, you have to avoid the risk to your confidence. You have to avoid letting somebody convince you that you cannot accomplish this. Oftentimes, this is about whether or not someone sees a possibility for themselves to do it, and then they tell you that you can't do it. They don't know what you're capable of. High Priestess, follow your intuition, follow your heart. Sometimes your intuition tells you things that seem just a little bit weird, a little bit wild. You got to trust it. Five of Wands in the reverse. Queen of Wands. I love it. So this is the hiccup. This is the like speed bump, right? You have these plans. You've been working to them. You're excited. You feel like you can do this. You can make this pivot or you can expand. Whatever it is, there's something concrete here about it, right? You're not just like daydreaming and somebody tells you it's a dumb daydream. There's some element of reality here. And then they come along and it's like they make you question yourself. I know they love you. I know they care about you, but I don't like that that's how they handle the situation. It's like, ask some questions, qualify before you share an opinion, right? Hello, Angela. Hello, Redbeard. How we doing? Hello, Maribel. How's your day? So this High Priestess, this is you. This is wisdom, knowledge, experience, I'm just going to fold that in with my 12 years of experience, whatever it is. You have the insight here. You have the knowledge. Don't let somebody who's like still an apprentice tell you how to do your because you're the Queen of Wands. 5 of Wands being in the reverse means you got to like dig deep. This is an introspective energy. Somebody tells me I can't do something, I'm going to just like check the old filing cabinet. Okay, so I'm still good at this. I'm still great at that. People love me for that. Oh, it looks like I can still do it. Don't be that douchey, but like, don't let other people define what you're capable of. It's just not, that's not their job. What else do we have? Knight of Cups, an offer, a goal. 9 of Pentacles in the reverse, and the 8 of Wands. The thing is, if you're able to resist what this person is trying to convince you to do or not do, if you move forward with your plans, things happen very quickly. So it's almost like it's a test, honestly. Do you believe in yourself? If you believe in yourself, you get what you want. If you're going to let other people tell you that you're not capable, then that blessing gets delayed or goes elsewhere. I want you to get what you're supposed to get. You are the Queen of Wands. Regardless of your gender, just because it's High Priestess, Queen of Wands does not mean that this is only for women. But it is saying that you have that lunar pull, okay? That draw, right? You have something special and magical that other people will sometimes fail to understand. It's a combination of your skill, your confidence, and your wisdom. Not everybody got those things, okay? So 8 of Wands is things happen quickly, but you have to maintain that belief in yourself. Don't let somebody tell you that it's a silly daydream. There's that 5 of Pentacles again, the Star, and the King of Swords in the reverse. So financial issues impact this person's ability to believe in what you're doing. They may feel like you need to kind of pick up some of the things they may not be able to spend money on. They may feel like you're not being realistic about the expense of what you want to do. But the King of Swords is in the reverse because this person is judging something that they don't understand. They don't have all the details, or they don't appreciate some of the nuances that you are well familiar with, right? Like you get it. So they're going to try to tell you that this is going to be too expensive or just like not realistic. This is the Morgan Greer. Star in the reverse, 4 of Wands in the reverse. Yay! I love it. So now we have, this is the doubt, right? This is the risk. If you don't believe in your magic, if you don't believe in your ability to exceed what other people think might be possible, then you won't. You can live just that normal life like everybody else. You can settle. But you don't have to, because you are magical. So now we have the Magician and the Hermit in the reverse. These are your choices. Do you want to let other people define how magical you are, or do you want to believe in yourself? Do you want to continue to manifest in that life that maybe other people won't understand or might even be a little bit jealous of? You're the Magician. This is having the resources that you need, and this is that wisdom. Like I said, you got it. Six of Swords in the reverse, Knight of Swords. But this conversation is going to be a little bit challenging. And for some of you, the advice is don't drag out this conversation. You can very easily say, I appreciate your input. We'll see what happens. Thank you for your concern. But I don't think drawing out the conversation is a good idea because I don't think you'll convince them. They don't want to be convinced. It's not like they don't want you to be happy. They just don't see how this works. For some of you, this is because they're older than you. Like if this is a sibling, they feel like they're looking out for you, but they're not in the way that they think. So we've got Death and the Three of Swords in the reverse. And this is a powerful combination. Death can scare people in terms of that card, but it's not always about endings. This is about transformation. We've got the Transcendence card. Also has a skull on it. So, you know, it kind of makes sense, you know. But I'm very focused on the Rose. There's something beautiful that happens because of this transformation. And it could be that it's healing for you, or it could be that you help others heal. King of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. If you give it time, this person will come around. If you stay focused on what you're trying to achieve and you continue to believe in yourself, this person is going to see that they were wrong and they'll become one of your biggest cheerleaders. They just can't see it right now. They don't have the 3D glasses, okay? I guess it's more like they don't have the 5D glasses because they don't understand how things can be all magical like that, right? They get reality. The 5D stuff, they're like, what? What are you talking about? Ten of Wands in the reverse. Queen of Swords. And Justice. There you are again. You may have Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra featured prominently in your chart because we did have Justice come out. And the Queen of Swords. Is that up here? So I feel, oh, it's right there. So I feel like there's very much so something here about your education, about your understanding. You may have, you know, in-depth experience with systems or with the type of people that go through things. Whatever it is, you know a lot. You're a bit of an encyclopedia. And then you throw in a little bit of magic, and that's where things get exciting. But with the Ten of Wands in the reverse, it's a little bit of a risk or a burden. The person who doesn't necessarily understand what you're trying to accomplish or how you could, they're overly analytical or they don't know how to dream. We all know how to dream, right? Supposedly. But what is it that you dream about? Are you just dreaming about like winning the lottery? Or is it more applicable, right? This is saying whoever I'm reading for, you know how to envision, you know how to daydream in a way that's actually kind of like practical. Some would call it imagination, right? Some people let that die when they get older, and some people don't. Oh, thank you, Upper Echelon. We've got the Tower, the Three of Cups in the reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. This is, it's like neon letters, okay? Do not let this person get you to believe that what you want to accomplish is impossible. They have the ability to torpedo this dream with the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse by telling you that you don't have what it takes or convincing you to no longer invest time in that dream. They have that power, but you also have the power to tell them to shut up. See the gong? Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. Time out. Nope, you're done. Zip it. Because you know more than they do. At least when it comes to this. When it comes to yourself, your own aptitude, you know more than they do. So I see you letting go of this person's opinion to the extent that you can still appreciate that other input is important, but it's not more important than your intuition, right? Hello, Dave. How are you doing today? I agree, Aqua Beauty. That was the Knight of Swords, by the way. It's fast-moving energy, and it can also be communication. So if this person is telling you to give up, there is a way for you to tell them kindly but firmly, F off. That's not it. That's not the way to do it. But I did give you some examples earlier, right? Like, I appreciate your input, but I do feel drawn or pulled to try this. If it doesn't work, we'll go from there. They're trying to have, maybe they don't necessarily frame it up this way in their mind, but they're trying to impact your confidence or trying to convince you to play it safe. And you, my friend, are not on this earth to play it safe, are you? 9 of Wands and the Hanged Man in the reverse. So be a little stubborn. Don't change your perspective. Fight for what you want. Focus on the things that you do believe are possible. Knight of Cups in the reverse. 7 of Wands. When you defend yourself, this person's going to get moody. They're going to take it personal. It's like they're telling you that you can't do something, but then when you say something along the lines of, I'm going to do it anyways, they're going to get mad at you for not appreciating their advice. And it's like, okay, but like literally what you're saying to me, this advice, is you not believing in me. So where did it really start in terms of the insulting energy? Right? Don't make this about you and how I should listen to everything that you say. It's my life. And my intuition told me that you were wrong. 9 of Pentacles. This is also a card about success. So I feel like you're dealing with someone who doesn't necessarily pay attention to their own intuition, or they don't dream, you know? All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Make good decisions. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and I hope to see you on the next reading. Toodles.